Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Boys and girls, my respected elders, welcome. Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban to Madrasa TV show. This is a show where we bring you Madrasa right in front of your TV screens. I know some of you have been waiting, and for some of you it's holidays, so I want to say welcome to all of you who are watching this show live. Boys and girls, today inshallah ta'ala, as it is Thursday, not as if, if we are going to be learning a lot of interesting things that you never learn in a madrasa. We're looking at a surah from Quran called Surah Al-Ma'idah. And we're going to learn what is Allah Azza wa Jal teaching us in this particular surah of Quran. Boys and girls, next surah or next segment is going to be Muslim invention, where we talk about an invention that changed the world. After that, boys and girls, we have what we call a Tajweed segment. Those of you who want to learn Tajweed, for those of you who saw me putting on WhatsApp, you want to learn Tajweed? Inshallah ta'ala, stay with me till the end, to the third segment, where I'll teach you Surah Al-Nazi'at with Tajweed, and you will have a chance to call and recite in the last segment. Boys and girls, numbers are on the screen. There's a WhatsApp number, there's a studio line number. You can call us now or you can call us later. The most important thing is you must call me early so you get a chance to recite. If you call me late, you might get a chance to recite, but that will be tomorrow. Why would you want to delay recitation for tomorrow? Tomorrow we'll be learning Surah Al-Kahf, guys. So let's go, inshallah ta'ala, let's go. For those of you who are eating, if you can slow down, inshallah, because we're about to learn. Grab a pen and a paper, and let's start. Boys and girls, first segment, the most important one, inshallah ta'ala. Let's go! Whoa! I forgot to tell you guys. Bunny is going to be on the show, and Bunny is going to give you a badge if you guys answer. So guys, as I ask some quizzes, as I ask some questions, answer them as fast as you can. Type them in the comments. Let's go. All right. Would like to say salam to everyone. Have a look at this, boys and girls. Today, Bunny, refresh. All right. Let's have a look, inshallah ta'ala, once again. Can we? No. Bunny, refresh it. Okay, let's start again. Boys and girls, let's have a look at this. Today, the surah we are talking about is called Surah Al-Ma'idah. Ma'idah means the table spread. This surah was revealed in Medina. And I remember, as soon as I said the surah was revealed in Medina, that I taught you guys something important, and that is, when the surah is revealed in Medina, any surah in Quran can be either revealed in Medina, Madaniya, or the surah is Makkiya. طيب, ya basha. If the surah is revealed in Medina, Allah Azza wa Jal will talk about ahkam. The surah will have a lot of ahkam in there. Rulings. And this is what surah is full of. The surah is in juz number 6 and 7, quite a long surah, and have about 120 verses. By the way, number of verses in any surah doesn't really mean the surah is big or long. There are some surahs of Quran, the third most amount of verses, it's in a surah that is not really that long. So the verses can be really short. But anyway, we have a look here. Verse 120 verses, a surah was revealed where? In Medina. Okay. Now, what is this surah talking about? Let's have a look at the summary of this surah. Boys and girls, as you can see, this surah establishes Allah as the true judge and reference in all matters. Which means you have a problem, you have an issue, you have to deal with something, you want to do justice, you have to take it back to Allah and His Messenger. And very specifically, this surah talks about Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. يا أيها الذين آمنوا أوفوا بالعقود. Have a look at it. أوفوا بالعقود. O you who have believed, fulfill all contracts. Allah Azza wa Jal talks a lot about different contracts here. And Allah Azza wa Jal talks about different people, stories of different people who fulfilled their contract, whether it was verbally or whether it was a contract that was written. And Allah does talk about certain contracts that must be written, and all the rest of it. Boys and girls, the surah also discusses the permissibility and impermissibility of many things such as ihram, marriage, purification, prayer, food, animal, alcohol, gambling, judgment, and punishment. For example, when you wear ihram and you're going for umrah and hajj, there's a ruling. So hear me out. The ruling is that you are not allowed to hunt and eat an animal. But you can eat an animal from the sea because you don't really have to sacrifice the animal. You just catch and eat it. The question is why? The answer is very simple, because Allah said so. So the surah talks a lot about, what talks about? A lot of ahkam. And this is what we were saying. If the surah is revealed in Medina, boys and girls, then the surah will talk about ahkam. Okay, so this is the summary of this surah. This surah also talks about uhud. For example, Habil and Qabil. There are rules that Allah have established on this earth. And Allah talks again and again about people who abide by these rules, whether the rules were taught from the messengers or whether the rules were in place anyway, and people who accepted them, and how Allah aided them and helped them, and how people, those who rejected them, Allah Azza wa Jal punished them. Boys and girls, let's have a look at three key informations in this surah. The first one, this surah was revealed while the Prophet ﷺ was riding his she-camel. She couldn't bear the weight of the revelation on the Prophet ﷺ, so the Prophet ﷺ dismounted the camel. Subhanallah. Reminds me of a verse in Quran. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. لو أنزلنا هذا القرآن على جبل لرأيته خاشعا متصدعا من خشية الله. Look at this beautiful verse. Allahu Akbar. Look at this verse here. If we had sent down this Quran upon a mountain, you would have seen it humbled and splitting from the fear of Allah. Allahu Akbar. So even something as strong as a mountain cannot bear the burden, the heaviness of Quran. Allahu Akbar. Verses of Allah Azza wa Jal. And we are honored to know this book and learn this book and recite this book. If you want to recite, inshallah ta'ala, you can call us in the last segment of this show. Continue. Abdullah bin Amr said, the last surahs to be revealed were Surah Al-Ma'idah and Surah Al-Fath, chapter 48. Barakallahu feekum. So according to some of the ulama, this surah was the last surah to be revealed. And I'll show you the exact verse that is assumed to be the last verse that was revealed, or one of the last verses that were revealed. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The verse is, where's the verse? حرمت عليكم. Okay. It looks like I can't really go down anymore. I don't know what happened there. So the verse is, اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا. اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا. Boys and girls, this verse in Surah Al-Ma'idah is considered to be the last verse to be revealed. It's quite strange. Anyway, we continue. Boys and girls, we continue. And also, Surah Al-Fath. Yeah? إِنَّا فَتَحْنَا لَكَ فَتْحًا مُبِينًا. And some scholars would say the last verse to be revealed in the Quran was وَاتَّقُوا يَوْمًا تُرْجَعُونَ فِيهِ إِلَى اللَّهِ. That is in Surah Al-Baqarah. Alright? This surah has 16 calls for the believers. O you who believe, the most in any surah. يا أيها الذين آمنوا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا. Boys and girls, May Allah bless you all. Barakallahu feekum. I was actually looking at the verse, it was right here, and I could not see it. So funny. Have a look at this. It is verse number 3 here. And you see this particular part here. اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم. Yeah? And this day I have perfected for you your religion and completed my favors upon you and have approved for you Islam as a religion. So after this, there was no other ruling from the previous religions that was applicable anymore, because Allah Azza wa Jal have completed this deen. Now when we talk about Allah Azza wa Jal have completed this deen, we're going to talk about it in slightly more detail, and I'll show you why is it so important that when you learn Quran, and if you try to understand Quran and the rulings in Quran, that you gotta study inshallah with someone, you gotta study it in depth. Because you can open the Quran, you can read a verse and it can say something and you shouldn't be really applying it unless you study it, and then you see another verse that completes the hukum, and then another verse, and you study all three of them together. I'll talk about that after a short break, inshallah ta'ala, and I'll explain to you. Boys and girls, stay with us, inshallah ta'ala. Come back after a short break. We will continue watching Madrasa TV show. We'll be back in a few minutes. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. Assalamu alaikum. Madrasa TV show. Boys and girls. Today we're learning a lot of interesting things. And it's good to have you on the show. Boys and girls, if you want to recite, inshallah ta'ala, we can actually get you on the show and hear your recitation. Here are the segments of the day. We're learning about a surah in Quran, and after that, inshallah ta'ala, we are going to learn about Muslim invention. Boys and girls, we also have a tajweed lesson that we are going to learn. Before I teach you Surah Al-Nazi'at, we're actually going to learn Surah Al-Nazi'at with tajweed, and I'm going to teach you tajweed rule in Surah Al-Nazi'at. So, join me, inshallah, today. Boys and girls, shall we? Let's go. Back to... Welcome. So if I go back here, inshallah ta'ala, and let's have a look at the inspirational verse. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu innamal khamru wal maisiru wal ansabu wal azlam والأزلام رجس من عمل الشيطان فاجتنبوه لعلكم تفلحون. Oh believers, intoxicants, gambling, idols, and drawing lots for decisions are all evil of Shaitan's handiwork. So shun them so you may be successful. Allahu Akbar. And have a look at this. Here we can see the prohibition of khamr. Yeah? In Surah An-Nisa, Allah Azza wa Jalla talks about khamr, and Allah Azza wa Jalla says that khamr, if you drink it, لا تقربوا الصلاة وأنتم سكارى, then do not come in the masjid or do not pray while you are intoxicated. The hukum is not that don't drink it. And then Allah Azza wa Jalla says in another verse where Allah Azza wa Jalla talks about a complete prohibition of alcohol or intoxicants. So there, if you don't study Quran with a scholar, with a teacher, you would take the verse literally for it is, and you would say, it means you're allowed to, unless you are not praying or you are about to pray. That's not true. So here, this ayah, اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم, today Allah Azza wa Jalla have completed this deen for you, was the time when Allah Azza wa Jalla have revealed all the ahkam, and some of the ahkam that came in stages, barakallahu feekum. Another example would be when the Prophet ﷺ was given a responsibility or was given a task to tell his ummah, his people, to pray. It was 50 prayers a day. Yeah? And then it was brought down to 40, 30, 20, 10, and then it was 5 prayers only. So from 50, it became 5 prayers, and this is what we do. We don't pray. The obligatory prayers are not 50, but they are 5. May Allah bless you all. Boys and girls, let's go to our second segment. Oh, before we go there, what was the name of the surah, guys? Do we even know how to write this surah? All right, boys and girls, I'd like you to learn how to write Al-Ma'idah. Let's write Al-Ma'idah together. Hamza, Lam, Mim, Alif, Hamza, Dal, Ta marbuta. Al, Ma, I, Da. The surah is Al-Ma'idah. Boys and girls, this is what we learned today. Barakallahu feekum. Let me take you to the next segment before I teach you tajweed and I teach you Surah An-Nazi'at. Let's go! All right, boys and girls, today we're going to talk about Al-Jabra. I'm looking at this. I don't want to look at it. We're going to talk about Al-Jabra, yeah? Very important. How is it really important? Okay. Do you guys know the importance of Al-Jabra? Okay. Who came up with this idea? Boys and girls. Let's have a look. The word Al-Jabra comes from the title of a Persian mathematician, famous in the 9th century. Okay. If I can show you real quick on the map, some of you would not know where Persia is. Yeah? If I go here on the map, all the way zoom out, come here. Let's have a look, inshallah ta'ala, at here. Aha. What you see in the center here is Mamlaka al-Arabiya al-Saudiya. طيب. Zoom in. The Islam, religion of Islam started to spread from here to where? To this and this side. So there was Roman Empire here. And on this side there was what? Persian Empire. And when we say Faris, we mainly talking about this region here, which is Iran. Yeah? And so people in Iran, they do learn and study what we call Lugha al-Farisiyya. And the writing of the language لغة الفارسية زي اللغة العربية يعني ما فيش فرق كتير وزي اللغة الأردية يعني ها okay يلا let's go. So what happened really? Let's talk about what happened. Famous in the 9th century. Okay, treatise كتاب الجبر والمقابلة. This was the book that he put together, which translates roughly as the book of reasoning and balancing. I guarantee math was way easier then. So those of you who learned math in the 9th century, alhamdulillah, you were all smart, you know, life was easy. Let's go. So what happened? What happened after that? Muhammad al-Khawarizmi. Here comes the big man. Also known as the father of Al-Jabra, was a 9th century Muslim mathematician and astronomer. Who? Muhammad al-Khawarizmi. Remember this name because I'm going to attest to you on Sunday, and you can win a prize if you know these details. Pay attention now. Next, Khawarizmi was one of the most famous scholars of Bayt al-Hikmah, the House of Wisdom, Baghdad's intellectual powerhouse. So in Baghdad, they created this place where they put all the experts, and all the experts were in that building. Guys, if I was in Baghdad, I would be near a building similar to this building somewhere, but if it was all about food, I will be Anyway, Baghdad was the capital of Islamic civilization back then. And so in Baghdad, they created Bayt al-Hikmah. And in Bayt al-Hikmah, what happened? They brought all the experts and they were coming up with books, with the ideas and everything else. So that was more like internet back then, yeah? So all the books are coming from Baghdad. So let's go Baghdad. We want to find some information. Pack up the bags, boys. We're driving to Baghdad because there are no aeroplanes. Yes, we got a horse ride to Baghdad. 7 weeks until we get there. So let's continue. What happened then? The House of Wisdom was a center of study of science, including mathematics, astronomy, medicine, chemistry, geography, and astrology. I don't know. Why did they not focus on food? I'm sure somewhere else. But yeah, this is Bayt al-Hikmah. Oh, sorry, I realized. This is all about knowledge and... Sorry. Why am I talking about food? I don't know. Let's go. So this is the House of Wisdom, yeah? And so what happened? This is where Al-Jabra came from. Now you go to Muhammad al-Khawarizmi and you see his life, and yeah, there's a lot that he have done. He wasn't just focused on Al-Jabra. What really strikes me, subhanallah, if you guys study life of Al-Ghazali, Imam Al-Ghazali, yeah? And the books he wrote, subhanallah, the amount of time, no, let me say that differently. The amount of things these people produced, wrote in their lifetime, if you were to contemplate, it looks like they lived many, many lives. Although, likes of Imam Ghazali, they did not live a very long life. The Prophet ﷺ did not live 90, 80, 100 years. But the amount of things that these people did in their life, in the short life they lived, was incredible. Allahu Akbar. So now I ask you this question. What do you do in your free time? My mom asked me to pick my socks and put it in the laundry basket and then take the laundry basket downstairs, and I'm so tired. Oh, in holidays I have to, every time I take my clothes, I have to put them in the laundry basket. Okay. All right. Very sad, huh? I feel sorry for you. But what do you do in your free time? I don't get free time. What do you do in your free time? Who's watching those short videos? Non-stop. Cat videos. Why do they have millions of views? So you gotta think about this. So study his life and you will realize that. Why did he come up with this? What was he thinking? Was there air condition? Was there lights? Was there electricity there? No. So what these people were doing was incredible. Boys and girls, let's take a short break, inshallah ta'ala. Come back to learn Tajweed, Surah Al-Nazi'at, inshallah ta'ala. Let's continue after a short break. Stay with me. Come back after the break to learn more. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back, boys and girls. Madrasa TV show once again. Boys and girls, did you know that this is going to be a recitation segment? Well, I'm going to read you tajweed, inshallah ta'ala. Boys and girls, tune in. Let me hear your recitation. Let me give you feedback, inshallah. Call in right now on the WhatsApp number or the landline number. Let's go to Surah Al-Nazi'at and let's learn this surah before we take callers. Those of you who wish to call and recite, call me on both of these numbers. Call me on the WhatsApp number, inshallah ta'ala, if you like. Chalo. Chalo, let's go, let's go.
أرجو به أن ينفع الطلاب والأجر والقبول والثواب.
Get your topi, get yourself ready. Boys and girls, start calling in now. If you want to recite, call in early. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والنازعات غرقا والناشطات نشطا والسابحات سبحا فالسابقات سبقا فالمدبرات أمرا يوم ترجف الراجفة تتبعها الرادفة قلوب يومئذ واجفة أبصارها خاشعة يقولون أئنا لمردودون في الحافرة أإذا كنا عظاما نخرة قالوا تلك إذا كرة خاسرة فإنما هي زجرة واحدة فإذا هم بالساهرة هل أتاك حديث موسى. Now, let's learn some tajweed rules together. والنازعات, we call this idgham. والنازعات غرقا, غين راء قاف, غرقا. With me. والناشطات والناشطات نشطا. طا and طا, two full mouth letters. نشطا. والسابحات سبحا. Boys and girls. والسابحات سبحا فالسابقات سبقا. Boys and girls. فالسابقات سبقا فالسابقات. So قاف becomes a full mouth letter, قاف becomes a full mouth letter. Notice. فالسابقات. A whispering letter here is seen. قات, قاف is a full mouth letter. سابق is a bouncing letter. قاف is a full mouth letter. فالسابقات سبقا. Next. فالمدبرات أمرا. فالمدبرات, not راتي, راتي, not أمرا, أمرا. فالمدبرات أمرا فالمدبرات أمرا. Next, يوم ترجف الراجفة. يوم ترجف الراجفة. الراء الراء full mouth. A lot of ra's in this surah, by the way. Yeah? Look at this. راجفة, a whispering letter. By the way, lines are open for those of you who wish to call and recite. Call in now. تتبعها الرادفة. تتبعها الرادفة. تتبعها الرادفة. رادفة. قلوب يومئذ واجفة. قلوب يومئذ واجفة. One more time. قلوب يومئذ واجفة. A whispering letter. Notice. أبصارها أبصارها خاشعة. لا خاشعة خاشعة. Continue. يقولون أئنا لمردودون في الحافرة. Again, a whispering letter. يقولون أئنا. We call this إدغام again. full mouth letter. لمردودون في الحافرة. أإذا كنا عظاما نخرة. عظاما and then نخرة. 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 A whispering letter. نخرة. Okay. قالوا. I'm highlighting full mouth letters in blue. Whispering letters in green. قالوا تلك إذا كرة خاسرة. 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 قالوا تلك إذا كرة خاسرة. كرة. فإنما هي زجرة واحدة. فإنما هي زجرة واحدة. فإذا هم بالساهرة. Again, whispering letters in green. هل أتاك حديث موسى. Boys and girls, let's listen to some recitations.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Boys and girls, Hawa, call us back inshallah ta'ala. Your call dropped. Let's start with the first caller. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Zaid, welcome to the show. How are you today?
I'm good, alhamdulillah.
Welcome, Zaid. You're the first caller. Go ahead. Zaid from New York.
Okay, up to which ayah?
هل أتاك حديث موسى.
Okay. If I might need a little help, so you can catch my mistakes. Also the tajweed too.
Sure.
Give me the tajweed marks too. Please. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والنازعات غرقا والناشطات نشطا والسابحات سبحا فالسابقات سبقا فالمدبرات أمرا يوم ترجف الراجفة تتبعها الرادفة قلوب يومئذ وادفة أبصارها خاشعة يقولون لإنا لمردودون في الحافرة إذا كنا عظاما نخرة قالوا تلك إذا كرة خاسرة إنما هي زجرة واحدة فإذا هم بالساهرة هل أتاك حديث موسى.
Zaid, stay with me on the line. I'm going to come back after a short break and test you, inshallah ta'ala, on the tajweed rules. Boys and girls, you're watching Madrasa TV show live, and after the break, inshallah ta'ala, we're going to bring back Zaid and test you on some of the tajweed rules. Boys and girls, you can call in and recite. If you can't recite, then what we can do, inshallah ta'ala, we can give you a chance, inshallah ta'ala, to recite with me. We can recite word by word. Call me in, inshallah ta'ala. Boys and girls, let's continue after a short break. Call us in. I'll see you in a few minutes. Assalamu alaikum. Frank, welcome back, boys and girls, to Madrasa TV show once again. We have some callers who are ready to recite, inshallah ta'ala. Boys and girls, we're learning Surah Al-Nazi'at from verse number 1 to verse number 15. Let me take you to our recite and reflect segment.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Back to Zayd. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Zayd, you gotta hear my voice and you gotta tell me what are the full mouth letters in each ayah, if there are any. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm only talking about the letters with the fatha. Okay, come closer to your phone. Can we raise the voice, inshallah ta'ala? Can we raise the volume there so we can hear Zayd a little bit better,
Okay.
inshallah? Zayd.
Okay.
Bismillahir Rahman. Oh. Bunny, the screen. I don't know what Bunny did there. Let's try again. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. What are the full mouth letters?
Ra, the both Ra's and
Both
the
Ras.
Lam and
Both
Allah.
Ras. Both Ras. وَالنَّازِعَاتِ غَرْقًا.
Ra and Ra, Ghain, Ra, and Qaf are the full mouth letters.
Very good. Very good.
Ustaz,
Ghain, Ra,
during
and Qaf. Yes?
during the break, I recited more on the phone. Did you hear me? I recited more from
MashaAllah.
Al-Ataka Hadith
MashaAllah.
Musa.
Beautiful,
I
beautiful.
recited.
Beautiful.
I recited
Can you
more
make sure
during the
Zayd
break.
is... Okay, there we go. I can hear you much better now. Try this one. وَالنَّاشِطَاتِ نَشْطًا.
Ta and Ta. Both Ta's.
There we go, guys. Look at this. You can hear it in my voice. وَالنَّاشِطَاتِ نَشْطًا. Okay, next. وَالسَّابِحَاتِ سَبْحًا.
Nope. No full mouth letters.
Very good. فَالسَّابِقَاتِ سَبْقًا.
Qaf. Two Qafs. They're full mouth.
Very good. فَالْمُدَبِّرَاتِ أَمْرًا.
Both Ra's.
I like that.
There's a quick ad on my screen. Wait. There was an ad.
That's fine. Try
me
to listen to my voice. You're good at this. يَوْمَ تَرْجُفُ الرَّاجِفَةُ.
Ra. Both Ra's. Full mouth.
Good. تَتْبَعُهَا الرَّادِفَةُ.
تتبعه الرادفة. Ra. The Ra.
قلوب يومئذ واجفة.
Nope. Nothing. Or maybe the Qaf is a very little full mouth one.
Yeah,
But
cough.
it's
Good, good. Because
put
it
it
has.
in like a very, very, very light blue.
There we go. So if it was
Like-
qa, like sabaqa, we would say, yeah. So we're only hunting for full mouth letters with the fatha or the silent ones, but they have fatha before them. Let's keep going. Make sure your
Yeah.
device is on mute. أبصارها خاشعة.
Okay, أبصارها خاشعة. Maybe the ha is a little bit. أبصارها. No, صاد.
Good.
أبصار.
Sod.
صارها
And then we say
خاشعة. And the
خاشعة.
ha is one.
Very good. يقولون أئنا لمردودون في الحافرة.
Ra and the other Ra too.
Good. لمردودون and حافرة. I forgot to
Actually,
highlight.
the Ra I spotted it was not highlighted.
Good.
Okay.
Good. فإنما هي زجرة واحدة. زجرة. أيوة, there we go. را.
را.
Very good.
Two more eyes.
زجرة واحدة. فإذا هم بالساهرة.
Okay, را.
Very good. هل أتاك حديث موسى.
Nothing.
May Allah preserve you. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Amazing work there, Sayyid, MashaAllah. We're going to take the next student, inshallah, and listen to their recitation. Assalamu alaikum, Sania.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. How are you, Ustaz?
Very well, and how are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah.
Welcome. Let's hear your recitation. Are you ready?
Yes, can I recite with you?
Together. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
والنازعات غرقا.
والنازعات غرقا.
والناشطات نشطا.
والناشطات نشطا.
والسابحات سبحا.
والسابحات سبحا.
فالسابقات سبقا.
فالسابقات سبقا.
فالمدبرات أمرا.
فالمدبرات أمرا.
Very good. يوم ترجف الراجفة.
يوم ترجف الراجفة.
تتبعها
الراجفة.
Very good. Very good. قلوب يومئذ واجفة. أبصارها خاشعة.
أبصارها خاشعة.
يقولون أئنا. Very good. لمردودون. في الحافرة. أإذا كنا عظاما نخرة. قالوا تلك إذا كرة خاسرة. No قرة. كرة خاسرة. فإنما هي زجرة واحدة. فإذا هم بالساهرة. هل أتاك
هل أتاك
حديث
حديث
موسى.
موسى.
May Allah bless you, Sani. Another amazing reciter. Boys and girls, may Allah bless you. This would be the end of Madrasa TV show, and tomorrow is what? Friday. Boys and girls, make sure you wake up early. You don't have school, so make sure you attend Jum'ah prayer in the masjid. When you go early, go before Adhan, and before the Imam says Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, go before that, and make sure, inshallah ta'ala, that you listen to the speech attentively, and make sure that you do not speak while the Imam is conveying the khutbah. Listen to it attentively. Listening to khutbah is part of Jum'ah prayer, and you get the full reward only if you do listen to khutbah, inshallah ta'ala, so do that. Boys and girls, tomorrow is Friday, so remember to recite Surah Al-Kahf. If you can't recite the whole surah, recite at least the first and the last 10 verses of Surah Al-Kahf. If you can't, you don't know how to recite, tune in Madrasa TV show. We'll teach you how to recite Surah Al-Kahf tomorrow, inshallah ta'ala, live on this show. We also have some special Friday segments. Boys and girls, I'll be teaching you some calligraphy. I'll be teaching you some calligraphy tomorrow. Inshallah ta'ala. So make sure you tune in so you can learn some calligraphy. Until tomorrow, 4 p.m. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.